have been systematically abusing black men in this country for literally hundreds of years. And the former Baltimore officer who I did an interview with, that still rings in my ears, where he's white, and he said, even if they put us into white areas, we had to get a quota of arrests. We didn't want to arrest white people because they could turn out to be powerful. We'd always go to the black neighborhoods, no matter where you were assigned, and just arrest people. Who cares? You got to make the quota because it's part of your job. And he said, did you think all black people in this country were lying all this time? No. We abuse them. And it's partly because of racism, partly because they have no power. And so that's the reality of America. And the only people who deny it are the ones who kind of like that reality and don't want to get woken up to it. And they just want to say, hey, look, let the cops do what they're going to do. We need cops and law and order. And then whenever you do law and order on somebody on their side and go, hey, maybe Trump or one of his cronies should be arrested for their corruption, instead of going, no, we don't want law and order. Oh, I see. So you just wanted to be able to brutalize minorities in this country and not be discomforted by it. And that's what you hire the cops to do. So that's just the reality of America. This is one of the hundreds of cases we've covered alone, let alone all the ones that are out there. That when they attack black people after they've been murdered, when they did absolutely nothing wrong, you're pushing us to the limit. And what do I mean by that? You're asking us to talk about history, the history of the South. This is in Georgia. What happened in Georgia? There were savages in Georgia. It was the ancestors of the white right-wingers. They were absolute savages. They murdered people. They lynched people. They raped people. They enslaved people. They took babies from their mothers and sold them as property. You want to talk about savages? Your ancestors were the biggest savages the world has ever seen. So don't you dare call a black man a savage after you murdered him. Don't you dare do that. I'm so sick of African Americans being called violent when the world's worst violence was done to them, not by them, to them, not by them. For God's sake, you want to do racist stereotypes? If it fit anywhere, and it doesn't. But if it fit anywhere, it would certainly fit white right-wingers in the South, who has hundreds of years of history of being savages. Savages! They snatched babies, and they sold them as property, and they raped their mothers. Savages! That's what they were. You want to talk about stereotypes? Screw all of you who still defend that Confederacy. That monstrosity. Anyone who defends that is a barbaric savage.
President Trump declaring he's ordered a review of the Smithsonian museums and the American history on display. The president targeting what he calls woke exhibits, saying museums should focus more on America's, quote, brightness and not on, quote, how bad slavery was. Here's ABC's Chief Washington correspondent, John Carl.
Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakadash, which in the Pedri Hubutan is the correct name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers that's laboring in this truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo! Hey. That's that Jeremiah 49:10 coming into effect. Esau's been made bare. There was a dude, I think he's on that show called The Young Turks, and he had a righteous rant. He was ranting about all the atrocities that the so-called white man, Esau Edom, has done. And you can see he was on fire with it too. The little chick tried to calm him down. He like, nah, I'm cooking right now. Let me cook this devil, man. And it did, and everything he said was true. That was facts. That's what Esau does, but he wants to flip it and label my northern brothers and sisters, you know, the Native Americans, Gad and Reuben, he want to call them savages. Well, no, Esau, you're the savage. You're the caveman. The stuff you did, the brutality, can't nobody top that. What Esau did, man. All the lynching, the ravishing of our women. Like he said, and sold our babies right in front of you. Nothing you could do about it. You pop a baby out. Baby sold, it's gone. And you still got a work the field or work the house. Can you imagine that, Yahshua? You know how demoralizing that is? That'll hurt your soul. You have a baby and it gets sold and there's nothing you can do about it. Or you got a wife and Esau thinks she look good. He gonna ravish her right in front of you. Oh, man, that right there, boy. The Lord put the curse on us real hard and heavy. Because that's what that was, man. Our people didn't keep the lost commandments of Yahweh, so he made Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28 happen. And that's what our people subject to. And then here's the cold part about it. Esau want to go back to that. That's what this new stuff that Donald Trump is doing. So if you want to watch that whole clip, you can go to my page in the post, and you can watch all of it. I just want to get that part right there to show, you know, even heathens are starting to call Esau out on his wickedness. And it lets us know that this devil, his time is short, so he got to hurry up and make that move. And their desire is they want to go back to that. They done heard stories what their great-great-grandpa done did. They want to do it too. And they figure Donald Trump is their answer to reversing the clock and going back to that hard chattel slavery. They want us in the fields picking apples, picking all kinds of the fruit during the crop. That's why Trump said that the Mexicans are taking the so-called blacks' jobs. Because he want us doing that. And we ain't doing it like that. So now they're going to have to come with them ICE soldiers. And they're going to have to force the issue. Which will lead to a civil war. Because, you know, like I know, these 2/3 is hard heads. And they're about to go and pick no goddamn grapes for $5 an hour when they making 20. It ain't. That's when we look at Esau like, yeah, you got a hard battle in front of you, homie. A hard battle in front of you. But nonetheless, Esau will chop down the 2/3. They're going to do that. And a lot of Jakes, like every now and then, a Jake in my job, I'll say something to just see where they at. You know, see where their head is at. And a lot of Jakes don't know what's going on. They ain't got a clue that Esau ain't about to come down with great wrath and try to put a bullet in their head. Or put them on the field. Or put them in a concentration camp. They don't know. And it shows that Esau, he is the devil in the flesh. Because he wants to recreate all of that. He want to feed your baby to pigs, gators, and dogs. Because Esau gets a kick when the bloodshed of Yahshua spilled. Esau gets a rush out of that. He gets a thrill out of that. They used to lynch a Jake and have the whole city come out and watch it. Then eat their food under there. Then eat Jake. Chop his body up. Make a coin purse out of the Israelite woman's breast. They used to do that. And I'm hearing the scrotum. They make a coin purse out of it. Wear your flesh like a jacket. I heard that auction went off. They still got stuff like that. So that's wickedness, man. Because our people, we don't do stuff like that. We don't conjure that. We just try to be peaceful, eat something, and we like to lay down with our women. That's what we like to do. We don't imagine stuff like that. That's how you know when the Lord said that he created the evil, he's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They are created to put out wickedness, and they do it. So look at the scriptures on that, and I got another clip. We'll play an example. So let's go to Lamentations 2:17. The Lord hath done that which he hath devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in those days of old. He hath thrown down and have not pitied. He hath caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thy adversaries. So the Lord said that way back. What did the scripture say? In the day of old. Deuteronomy 28, Old Testament. Lord said, look here. If you don't obey me, I'm gonna bring these people that's gonna conquer you. You know, Jake always thinks something sweet. So the Lord had to show him, hey, fat, mean, greasy, and all that's been accomplished, man. Esau rejoices of the fact that we're at the bottom. And they rejoice of the fact that they got Donald Trump and he's peeling back and making these new unrighteous decrees to put us back in slavery. Esau's with that. Your common Edomite is with that. Working class Edomite, that's why they let him do what he do. As long as he puts the children of Israel in a bad position, it's all good with them. They don't care if they're about to go broke. As long as he gives them the right to unalive Jake, they cool with it. And that's their horn. Horn goes into rulership. Our enemies' rulership has been set up over us, man. So now we're crying out to the Lord. That's why I like it in Lamentations. We lamenting. We want Yahweh back. We want rulership back. So we can put the devils in subjection. That way we can heal ourselves and heal the earth. Because in this current state right now, man, the Esau Edom is destroying everything. He destroying Jake. He destroying the animals. He destroying the earth, the environment. This devil destroying everything. And he has to be stopped. He has to be stopped. And that's why we pray to the Lord to set us back up, so we can see the world in its most beautiful state. Get natural stuff back, man. We ain't got to keep eating GMO food and breathing in all this toxic air and drinking toxic water. That's vexing, man. And this working for Esau is vexing. I'm like, I've got to work for this old pink, reddish, old mayonnaise looking devil, and he's dumb. And I got to be subject to him. That's vexing in itself. That's vexing in itself, man, because they are dumb. Very dumb. Because smart people don't poison their environment that you got to live in. That's just dumb. So I got another clip that's going to prove that they are the devil and to prove that they're going to come down with great wrath. You know, they just had a documentary of Hurricane Katrina, and it's putting all of Esau's wickedness on Front Street. So let's go get that.
Shoot to put them down. We didn't try to shoot to kill.
Oh, okay. Did you
Killed a number of them.
How many did you kill roughly?
Cats. Massive.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is massive. They chose to die. They chose to commit suicide.
How do you know the vigilantes just see them? How they patrol around here in trucks, 4-car truck, driver and a passenger, and then 2 in the back with long guns, and nobody telling them anything. There was no police, no army, and no National Guard, nobody. Then they put in a shoot to kill curfew, a dusk to dawn, shoot to kill. But there's nobody left. Young blacks was being killed in this community. When you hear the gunfire, it's not something I'm just making up. It's out there.
It was great. I gotta go. It was like pheasant season in South Dakota. I gotta go. If it moved,
All right, Shalom. Yashua, it was great. It was like peasant season in the South. If it moved, you shot it. So these devils, they get a kick out of that, man. This is during Hurricane Katrina. What was that, 04, 05? And guess what? They about to do it again. Trump gonna give them the jurisdiction to do it. All they gotta do now is sign up for ICE, and they get the opportunity to yank Israelites away from their family. And if you get belligerent, they just unalive you. So they're getting a place to do it. And Yashua is not ready for that. Well, the 2/3 are not ready for that. Let me say that. Because we ready over here in the truth. So I'm going to pull this right here. This is Psalm 17:8. Keep me as the apple of thy eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Verse 9. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. You hear that? So that was a prayer from King David saying to keep me as the apple of your eye, which we saying that too. Like, Lord, preserve me, because we know these devils is bloodthirsty. We know they want to shed our blood. So we got to hope that Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah covers us and we make it through these sad pearls that's about to come. Because what did he say? From the wicked that oppress me. That's all he's want to do is oppress Yashua. Yashua getting free right now. Yashua starting to come up, getting nice cars, getting nice houses, getting land. Man, Yashua really come up right now. Jake's got some money out here. Esau don't like that. So he like, man, we got to lock their numbers down. We got to destroy their businesses. We got to do, we did the Black Wall Street again. Let's go do it. You know, and like you said, who compass about me about? This devil is everywhere in Babylon Great, all around us. They're going to use their ICE or Homeland Security, whatever agents they got at disposal, and just unalive Jake. Here we go another. I'm bringing this out too. Psalm 17:13. It says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Lord getting angry with the 2/3. All the people still calling themselves black, still worshiping Jesus Christ, the Lord is angry with that. So what is he doing? He's bringing a sword. Because the prophets have been out for years and years and years telling Yahshua to get right. The true names of the Lord is Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and they just and this and that, and they're like, okay, Esau just gonna roll on you because he is the devil, man, straight up. And then you can go get that to prove that. Let's go to Malachi. Where's my Malachi at? Let's get that to prove that he is the devil, man. And right here, because this precepts right here gonna prove the Esau Edom is the wicked that the Bible talks about. You know, this unlocks that nickname. When you read the Bible, it talks about the wicked, talking about Esau Edom. Now, our people can be wicked like, you know, just like the wicked, but the wicked, talking about Esau. So this is Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi, verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, verse 3, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons in the wilderness. And an old school a dragon, you know, Esau called it a dinosaur, but the Bible calls it a dragon, because really that's what it is. And then when you go to verse 4, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts. Yeah, we talked about that name, Lord of hosts, talking about Yahushua. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So Lord right there said that Esau is the border of wickedness, which means all wickedness that the Lord puts out on his physical plane comes to Esau Edom. Because the Lord creates good and he creates evil. And he created a people to be evil, which is Esau Edom, so-called white man. And when the Lord needs to chastise the nation of Israel or show them something, or what did he do? He put Esau on them. And what Esau do? He get to unalive him. First he come with deceit. Oh, it's all good. I come in peace. Yeah, man, I like your hair, this, and that. And then as soon as you turn your back, hey, that devil jugging it. He jugging you in your back. They're going to take whatever you got. Because that's how Esau and them get down, man. He's the border of wickedness. All they think about is wickedness. All in their thoughts. They the ones who want to AI. They the ones who want to take away people's jobs. They the ones who want to see people on the streets and throw them in concentration camps so they can make more money. That's the invention of Esau Edom. The head devil. That's what that is. And I like how the Lord let us know the nickname. He said that's the border of wickedness, man. Which means that's the standard for wickedness. You want to see evil look like? Go find you a so-called white man. And there you go. And you got to try the spirit. Because we got some jakes that look like Edomites, but they're not. So this ain't a skin color thing. It's a bloodline thing. And you can tell a Edomite. Like if he got red skin and he's a Trump supporter, that's an Edomite, man. Lord making it easy. They showing they racist. They can't hide it no more. The Howard Shot coming back. So now these devils can't think straight. So what all they're going to do is throw a hissy fit, grab those swords, those guns like they did in Katrina. They was hunting down Jake. They're going to do it again. 2/3 scared Jake be like, they ain't going to do us like that. Yes, they will. They always have. Study your history. They always do that. They just went a long time without doing it, but now they realize we got to do it again. Shoot, Keisha done had a lot of kids. You know, Ray done had a lot of kids. So we gotta cut those numbers down. And how they do it? First they demonize you. Oh, you this and you that. You doing this and you doing that. And then they use their little military force to enforce it. So that's how these devils get down. And now they got to do it as the bad guy because they've been exposed so bad. I'm going to get this right here. Because this is what they did. It's Zechariah 11:4. Thus said the Lord, my Yahweh, feed the flock of the slaughter. Verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell these say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. They go into slavery. That's why Esau trying to bring it back, because they're not good businessmen. They had a booming economy based on free labor. All they do is like give them some water and some food, and that's it. Free labor from our people, Yasharallah. That's how the devils came up. And then they all, when you call them out on there, oh, I didn't do that. Well, black people stole black people. That's them not holding themselves guilty. That's what that is. And why they do it? To get rich, get money. I ain't gonna pay my workforce. Jake gonna get out there, pick all that, and it's gonna be all profit, baby. And it said that, and their shepherds pity them not. Man, the passport, I don't care about you and your condition. He don't even help. He don't even lace you with the truth to help you get out of it. So heck yeah, the shepherds pity you not. These false shepherds, man. These old whack, pork chop eating, suit wearing pastors, man, they ain't worth nothing. Because they don't give you nothing. And they'll make it easy for Esau to come and lay you out. Because their place Christianity makes you weak. Obviously, nothing but weak men in those churches. Which I'm like, no, I gotta get out of here, man. All these dudes is weak. Ran by their woman. And that's the way Esau Edom likes it. He like easy, soft targets. Them ain't gonna go nothing that might get in this way. But man, are they getting exposed? They getting exposed bad. So he just gotta be that bad guy. He gotta be that bad guy. And then I think I'm gonna leave off because I've seen that precept. It kind of quoted it, so I might leave off with that on why Esau does what he does. I've been pulling it a lot, but man, do it fit? It fits. So if it fits, I mean, I know I sound like a broken record, but hey, man, it's what's going down. That's that perpetual hatred this devil got. So this is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, perpetual means forever, and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, we just seen that in Katrina, in the time their iniquity had an end, verse 6, therefore as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I have prepared thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So that's talking about the 144,000. Hopefully, amen. We're going to be on Esau's butt when we get that power. Straight up. We're going to be on them hard. And then there's going to be nothing he can do about it. Because it's going to flip. Esau got to take that cup with that drag and drink of it. We had to. You got to do it too. And these devils, man, boy, you could just tell they ready to get that gun going, man. Especially a lot of them is confused. Trump ain't getting the job done. So they're like, man, forget Trump. Load the guns up. Let's go kill a Negro. That's what they're going to do. And we're going to stop them. Yasharallah. Lord willing, we got Yahweh Shah with us. Because it's about to get crazy, Yasharallah. I mean, real crazy. You can tell that race war about to kick up. The tensions at my job is real about boiling over. Jake and Esau not liking each other. I got a hardcore Trump supporter Edomite manager. So you know we not getting together. And it's just wild out here right now. So the best thing I do is be out here and stay safe, Yasharallah. Hey, always be circumspect. Check your surroundings. Because the devil's going around like a roaring lion. Look at who he may devour. Loosely paraphrasing. So, that being said, I want to say, Kwam Yashar Allah, and stay locked in, because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way. Shalom.